Welcome to the Real Estate Rundown. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman have called it quits. Did you see the news? After 19 years, they are getting a divorce.
They
Big
couldn't
news.
just wait till 20 years. Like, it's a little bit better of a year, right?
I mean, if it's over, it's over, right? Like,
No, I didn't even know what was happening. I don't really keep up with the whole celeb drama anymore. It's like there's just their lives are so different than the us normies. It's just I got to a point where I was like,
wasn't she married to Tom Cruise?
I don't pay attention.
yeah, she was.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
It's like, man,
yeah,
they must have like old.
Yeah, like decades ago.
Yeah, I didn't realize that she was married to Keith Urban for that
I
long.
didn't know that either.
It's like, geez.
I know a long time. Rob Schneider on X said, "I wonder who's going to get the hair straightener." I thought that was really
That's pretty funny.
But you know that there's probably going to be property division occurring. Maybe they had some ironclad prenups. This Reddit post deals with prenups in real estate, and I thought we could weigh in.
Yeah.
I'm in my early 30s, getting married next year, and I already own a couple of rental properties. My fiance and I have talked about money, but I've never really thought about how marriage affects real estate ownership. Do prenups actually make a difference if you already own property before the wedding, or does state law cover that automatically? Would love to hear from anyone who's navigated this before. Woo!
Wow.
Well, we were both broke when we got married, so I think I had more debt than you. So did you want a debt prenup? Can you get a debt prenup?
Yeah, so we got married so young. We had
Yeah.
nothing. We didn't even think about it.
I just find it fascinating that people ask these types of questions out in the open on a forum. I'm like,
But this
why just go do the research yourself and find the answer?
Well, this is their research, right? They're
Or-
asking people.
Yeah,
But like
and,
Reddit,
and they're gonna get
Reddit is
probably
pretty
10 different
anonymous.
responses.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, I mean that's intriguing. I guess I could depend probably on the state, but I think it's also fascinating that if you probably go back at least is short, maybe is the better word, is 20 years ago. Stuff like this probably didn't happen too often.
How do you even have that conversation with somebody? Like you're about ready to get married and be like, I'd like you to sign this.
Yeah. That way, if you screw me over, you get nothing.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you don't trust me. It's like already like a divider in between the people.
So you think throwing a prenup kind of puts maybe a negative spin?
I mean, I would probably, I guess if, I mean, I can't imagine not being married to you, but if I was, I guess, looking at somebody else and they had property and then we were going to get married and then they wanted me to sign something to like, hey, you're not going to get this or something if you screw me, it'd feel weird.
Yeah, I would. Well, okay, so if you put yourself in the context of where he's at, I'm assuming this is the guy. Oh, wait, I'm assuming it is. I don't know. Maybe it's not.
It could be a lady.
It could be.
Why are you assuming that it's a guy?
Know.
So you were Kayla.
What the heck?
You're just assuming this is a guy?
So
Jacked up.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, women own more houses, don't they?
Yeah, so it
Like
could
single
be
women?
it could be a woman. So,
Yeah.
but okay, you're in your early 30s, and you've already purchased rental properties. So you've made some great financial decisions, I would assume. And doing that on your own is much more difficult than doing it when you're with a partner. And so, wow, so I think that, the whole state law thing, I bet state laws are different. And so you probably couldn't answer this without more context. But I want to dive more into the prenup situation because I think that things can get messy. And, like, for instance, what if you had children and you didn't get a prenup and then all of your assets went to...
And you died and then it went to the new woman or the new man.
Yes, exactly.
And then they kept it away from your kids.
And your kids get screwed.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about
right?
that.
Like, so because Jason, well, we have a trust. And actually we were talking about this and I'm like, well, we should go back to our trust and see what it says because it may say that if one of us passes, then our portion of our assets
of your estate
goes
to the
half
kids.
of that portion goes to the kids
yeah.
and half it might. I'm not sure what ours says. What do you have a trust?
Yeah, we do. And I don't even remember what it says either.
But this is fascinating though,
Yeah.
right? Like if something happened to you and Brittany remarried and then she got a divorce and then that guy got half of all of your stuff and Braxton,
or or she died and the guy got it and didn't give it to your heirs, like didn't take care of your heirs. I guess that would be the thing. It's like if I died, you remarried, and then you died, and then all the assets went to him, and then they didn't pass it on to our heirs, and it'd be like, it'd feel like you got robbed. I mean,
your heirs got robbed. That
maybe not
generational
know,
wealth that you worked on building. There was interesting stuff. I think that I'm with Keith though. Fascinating that this person takes to Reddit to ask such important life advice.
That's what Reddit's all about, right? I mean, there are some strange things going on in Reddit.
How much of it are
you can go down a
bots?
rabbit hole.
On
You
Reddit.
think?
Oh yeah.
Just to get
Just get
more
people
people
talking
to
about it.
Yeah.
Just very emotional things that people are, I want to tell I want my opinion in there. Yeah.
Or they'll tell these crazy stories that are not true.
Yeah.
And you're just going like, what the heck? There's no way.
All right.
I have one word though for us guys. Grayling.
Grayling, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at that. I guess
We don't know the
maybe it wasn't a
situation,
prenup, but obviously it fell in that same category, so to speak. And people, then even if there's stuff in there, people can fight it.
Yeah. We
locks up those properties.
We purchased a property unbeknownst to us that was engulfed in a probate legal matter. And after we purchased it, the heir resurfaced and basically we couldn't do anything with this property for about a year. We were just stuck holding it. You think that title insurance covers you on things like this.
It doesn't.
It does. I mean, it did cover the cost of the attorney.
Just the attorney, but you're holding a property for a year.
And you get no reimbursement.
And there's
Had
like,
nothing.
they're like, oh yeah, we'll take care of you. Yeah, we'll make sure you have clear title in a year. Like, oh, thanks.
So we literally were stuck with this property, stuck with holding it, stuck with the maintenance, stuck with the interim property taxes, stuck with the HOA, and the title
Stuck with the capital costs.
The title insurance did nothing for us. Nothing. It was such a joke.
Besides, give you an attorney
But she was good.
She was good.
But then it's funny because the title company was like a Fortune 500 company. It was like a really big title company. And this attorney, I mean, we've had our fair share of experiences with attorneys. This attorney was so thorough. She took so much time to explain everything to us. She wrote the most comprehensive emails and briefs, and we're sitting here going like, "Oh, dude, she's just milking.
Yeah,
she's just milking."
You go
this
onto
title
YouTube
company.
and put it on like half speed. That's how she spoke.
She would. Literally would spend like an hour with us.
Yeah,
like, spit it out,
ladies.
ladies.
We were
to
like,
the point where I'm just gonna put my phone on speaker and come back in the room.
When you're an attorney, like they teach you how to talk really slow.
yeah.
Right.
Well, you know what's interesting is, your series picking.
Oh, hello, Terry.
Well,
Oh.
so I've been interviewing at Zoodealio, right? And I interviewed this candidate, and she comes from a law background, and she's worked for a lot of law firms over like the past 10 years. And the most current law firm that she's working at, she said that they require her. She's a paralegal. They require her to bill a certain amount of hours, but there's not enough work for her to do to actually bill that many hours. And so she's basically like having to fluff everything that she does.
Oh.
I know. And so like
Wow.
it just goes to show that sometimes when you're paying per hour, you are overpaying.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, in other news, this is kind of interesting. So 81% of homeowners with a mortgage have an interest rate below 6%. So that is
And you
4
missed
out of 5.
that last part. It says, and they're not budging.
And they're not budging.
Well,
so they're
yeah.
staying put. They're staying with these interest rates.
Which is surprising that the some of these markets are coming down. I mean, I guess a lot of markets are going up, but
Well,
What do you mean by that?
oh, it's like Florida and Texas. You think people
gotcha.
they have low interest rates. I mean, why are they selling? I guess they have to sell, or they
Or
want to get out before the hurricanes.
Environment, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
We don't always hear why some of these people are selling.
no, yeah. It would be nice to get like more of the reason behind the move.
But sometimes we do, and somehow we ended up selling an NFL football player's house on a cash plus, and clearly he was probably just moving states to maybe where they're training and all that. That I don't know, but I'm taking a guess. But woo, that house is taking a hit from what they bought it for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Did we get an offer on it yet?
Kind of sucks. But yeah, so it's just usually pretty circumstantial. But yeah, it's interesting.
It is interesting. Did you guys see, though, that the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, is trying to eliminate property taxes for owner-occupants?
No, I didn't.
Completely eliminate them.
They're going to collect that money somewhere else. So
They should.
What's the bill that's going to be put in place to compensate for that?
Well, he
Yeah.
was talking about
Interesting
how
thought.
some of these government employees are making $380,000 a year. And they shouldn't be. And it's our taxes are paying for the property taxes are paying for those employees.
He was also talking about how if you're an owner-occupant, you should own your property tax-free, but if you're a snowbird or you're a short-term rental owner, you should pay the taxes.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That's kind of what he's saying, that a lot of wealthy second homeowners live there, and they should bear the burden of the taxes versus the people that are, living there full time.
I think that's fair. It's definitely fair.
But I'm with Keith though. Where does that additional revenue come from? Like,
Well, it would come from the people that aren't homeowners.
So then their taxes just go up significantly?
Yeah, I would imagine.
Because
if you have multiple houses.
That'll deter investors.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
It'll be good, healthy for the market.
Well, I don't know if it'll deter investors. I mean, most people want appreciating real estate. They want something appreciating.
How does Florida tax rates compare? I mean, you see a lot of this pretty day in, day out, Keith.
They're not high.
Yeah, I was say from what I remember, they're not too bad. Is really what it comes down to now. Is just when you're fairly close to the water, the property insurance. I mean, you'll have an average price, $300,000 single family home that's close to the water that has a $7,000 to $9,000 a year of insurance now.
Yeah,
right.
And that wasn't like that.
Yep.
4 years ago. It was probably half.
So the insurance is really what skyrocketed.
It seemed like it's almost doubled.
Yeah, I think it has. Yeah.
Well, according to AI, as of 2025, the average property tax on an average price home in Florida is approximately $3,300.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Well, I know in California they have grandfather's right. They grandfather right. So you have if you bought 40 years ago and your tax rate was $200 a month or $100 a month, whatever, it's still $100 a month. And then as soon as you sell it, that new buyer gets the big tax bill. So and so a lot of these older people, instead of selling the house, they're just keeping it in their family. If they're moving, they just keep it in their family because the tax bill's so low. I mean, they keep the property.
More strategy involved in that.
Yep.
Interesting times for sure. What do you think? Drop it in the comments below, and thanks for tuning in.